What's up, Chroma Clubbers and Doodle Clubbers? Embrace the power of the Doodle. I hope you all are having an awesome day. So, I've been working on the Doodle world. Guess what? We have a real live tester that I will be meeting Tuesday. That's the plan. And so we will see if all the feedback everyone has given and also some of my changes works. I'll see exactly how they respond, and this will see whether our little whether these video and the feedback from the videos is helps out. Which also brings up another good point. One of the players mentioned that, you know what, maybe we should have marker packs. So instead of like a generic physics marker, you would tap the physics marker and then it would open up 20 or 50 different sub markers, like, the marker pack, which would be wood marker and brick marker and blah, blah, blah. And what do you think of that? So instead of for the physics marker, or whatever, you would tap it, and instead of seeing all these colors, you would just see the 50 different sub markers like wood, concrete, blah, 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 and then you would use those. Do you think that's a good idea? I think that we should just have, I feel like instead of having 100 different mini, smaller, weaker markers, just having 5 or 10 super powerful markers that are very expressive, and then you blend them in the right way. Um, and when you do that, then you could build wood. So instead of having a wood marker, here's some wood that I actually kind of made simply, or I don't know if it's still on here, but let's just say I make some wood. Then what I would do is, let me actually just do something super simple right here. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. So here I would choose a little brown, and we'll just make a little simple wood block. I'm just going to color it in like this, and that's the wood. And then I could place it here. And then what you would do is you would mix it with certain types of gel, in the right mix to actually then automatically create that wood style. So let me know what you think of that. Do you prefer that, or do you prefer the marker pack where you would tap the physics marker and have 50 different markers? I have my opinion, and I'd love to hear everyone else's. So that's it for the Doodle World. Now on to Ask CCH. Galaxy Lover loves Easter asks, well, I think that Doodle Club should have a superhero week where they draw a superhero for the virtual world. The superhero could fly the character around places they need to be, and at the end they give them flying gel. I think, once again, this goes into whether we should have marker packs of specific markers like flying gel or whatever, or we should have a general power marker that you could then use to power an item going upwards, left, right, up, down, whatever. And I'd love to hear your vote on it, but for now, I think we're going to have base week next, because with base week, we can have players come up with bases that players can win as they help characters in the world. So I think base week is more appropriate for what we need, and that'll be the next week at this point, unless anyone else has another suggestion. Aidenator asks, don't eat a stale Cheeto on a stale bun with the burnt cheese and rotten moldy mayo. Okay, I will not do that, or I will try not to do that. Thank you for letting me know. Forgotten asks, hello, DCH. It's me again. First off, how are you today? I am super awesome. Thank you for asking. Second, I would like to know, where did you get the idea for Doodle Club and Chroma Club? And why did you decide to make them? Well, when I was younger, I love to create stuff and do projects. And, I mentioned I was going to be a cartoonist when I was younger. And actually, then I think I did a project with some other students, and it was like a kind of an inventive type of project where people kind of did stuff together. And I was like amazed at how, if like 3 or 4 really smart people came together and collaborated, you could do amazing things. And that really inspired me. And then when I was looking for stuff to do, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do a game that I'm not really passionate about, so that I would have enough money to then work on doing projects and everything else later. But guess what? When you usually do stuff you don't like, especially when you're trying to be entrepreneurial about it, and it's not something where it's like a already made job and you're trying to create a new job, it's not going to really go well usually. And that's what happened. So I was really in not the best situation because I did something I didn't like. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to go bankrupt, I might as well just do what I love. And so I started working on project stuff, and lo and behold, the game started working. And and so so really, I try to just inspire. What I realize is that, the universe will kind of help you as long as you do stuff you're passionate about. You have to be the best at it. You have to definitely improve your craft and skills and whatever else, but whatever you're passionate about. So I started going to different universities and trying to help students do their own, do projects, and then I realized that actually it's going to be easier, or actually younger people wanted to do projects. So I realized that I could make a game doing it. And so like step by step, as you saw, is like as I started developing games, I started developing the skills and capabilities to make a game where players could do projects. And that's really what inspired Doodle Club and Chroma Club. And as you saw, people enjoyed it, but you have to be the best at what you do. And you know, the glitches and all this other stuff, which reveals some of the weaknesses in my own process and my own talents, and also just not finding other people, the right other people to help me. Um, I'm recouping, I'm like regrouping, and now I'm trying to focus on Chroma Club. And Chroma Club will be a place where you can do more types of projects, and obviously with all the lessons learned, and as I get better at what I'm doing. So that's what really inspired me to make them. I realized that just giving talks to people to do projects was not enough, that I needed to actually create a space or a game where players could do awesome projects together, and that was the inspiration for Doodle Club and Chroma Club. Landon asks, "Can you add an XD emoji?" No, I can't. But you know what? When the Doodle World comes out, it should allow you to do that, and I hope you do. Rosewing asks, "Will iOS version ever get updated? I would like to be able to use coin codes, go to a different screen without being logged off, and have my colors sorted like my old account did. Will these things get fixed, and when?" Maybe in the Doodle World, a lot of these things will get fixed or replaced, and that's all I can say because that's my focus right now. Aidenator asks, "Have you ever been to Ireland? I'm from there. It's great." I'm not Tony the Tiger. Okay, I have not been to Ireland, but I've definitely heard of the place. So thank you. MLP Doodler says, do or asks, does or do DCHs and CCHs ever change the person? I mean, the main CCH and DCH is me, and no, that has not changed. But I do have many DCHs and sometimes CCHs that help, and in that case, you know, it depends on who's in my club at the moment. Shelby Ann asks, "Do you like pizza?" Yes, I love pizza, but guess what? I'm vegan for at least the next 24 days, so I'm not eating anything with cheese. So goodbye, pizza. And you know, I'm kind of happy because I don't have to spend like half the day processing the food and having food coma and recovering from eating heavy food. So we'll see what happens though after 24 days. I expect to have a really big eating party the day after. Rose underscore 123 asks, says, "Good. Okay, cool." Finally, Doodle for Fun says, "What's it like getting to know lots of people and being able to help you, everyone?" I think it's awesome. And we have to, and I think it's cool because it's what I enjoy doing. But at the same time, I know some of the questions relate to some of the flaws and glitches related to Doodle Club and Chroma Club, and I just have to recognize that I have to get better at what I do so that I can inspire more people to do cool projects. So, with that said, I guess I better get back to work. So, thank you for all of the questions. I greatly appreciate them. Take care and embrace the power of the doodle.